Today, we're turning our analytical gaze toward the detail-oriented world of Virgo and counting down the top 5 types of people that Virgos simply cannot stand. To begin with, Virgo is the 6th sign of the Zodiac. They're ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect, communication, and precision. Consequently, Virgos are known for their methodical approach, high standards, and tireless work ethic. However, their pursuit of perfection and love of order also means that certain personality traits grate on their nerves. So, without further ado, let's dive into the countdown and discover which archetypes drive the maiden up the wall. 5. Sloppy sluggards. First and foremost, Virgos thrive on organization, efficiency, and attention to detail. Therefore, individuals who leave chaos in their wake, missing deadlines, misplacing documents, or ignoring basic hygiene, frustrate the maiden immensely. Moreover, when someone repeatedly fails to meet even the simplest expectations, Virgo's patience wears thin. In addition, they view sloppiness as a sign of laziness or lack of respect, rather than mere oversight. Consequently, Virgos will either step in to fix the mess themselves or quietly distance themselves from the untidy offender. Ultimately, if you wish to stay in a Virgo's good graces, cultivate consistency and cleanliness in all you do. 4. Chaotic dreamers. On the one hand, Virgos appreciate imagination and big ideas. On the other hand, they insist on concrete plans, tangible results, and realistic timelines. Therefore, daydreamers who float from one grand vision to the next, without a practical roadmap, leave the maiden exasperated. Furthermore, Virgos believe that dreams only flourish when grounded in actionable steps. Thus, unchecked fantasy feels like wasted potential. As a result, they either attempt to impose structure on the dreamer's ideas or dismiss them outright. In short, balance vision with a workable strategy if you want a Virgo's support. 3. Emotional over-dramatizers. Moreover, Virgos process the world through logic, analysis, and calm problem-solving. Consequently, overly dramatic individuals, who turn every minor issue into a theatrical crisis, seem excessive and exhausting. Furthermore, when emotions run unchecked and irrational fears dominate the conversation, Virgos feel both overwhelmed and powerless. In addition, they prefer to tackle challenges methodically rather than get lost in a spiral of tears or melodrama. Therefore, they'll either offer practical solutions or respectfully bow out of the emotional storm. In essence, express feelings with clarity and restraint to keep a Virgo engaged. 2. Unreliable procrastinators. In addition, Virgos take their commitments seriously. They're punctual, prepared, and always follow through. By contrast, procrastinators who put off tasks until the last minute clash directly with the maiden's discipline. Moreover, missed deadlines or half-hearted efforts undermine Virgos' trust and derail collaborative projects. Consequently, they either take over the task themselves or remove the procrastinator from their inner circle. Ultimately, demonstrating reliability, timeliness, and accountability is non-negotiable when dealing with a Virgo. 1. Superficial flatterers. Above all, Virgos value authenticity, sincerity, and constructive feedback. However, those who offer empty praise, solely to ingratiate themselves, strike the maiden as manipulative and insincere. Moreover, Virgos have a radar for detail, so they quickly detect half-hearted compliments or flattery that lack substance. In addition, they view such superficial charm as a tactic rather than genuine kindness. Consequently, Virgos will either challenge the flatterer to speak honestly or withdraw from the relationship altogether. In a nutshell, earn a Virgo's respect with genuine appreciation and thoughtful critique, not with hollow flattery.